I'm Sharon Betters, and this is day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas Hope brought to you by Mark Inc. Ministries. And my gift today of hope is purpose. I think about Jesus and I think about that baby born in a manger, and I realize that he gives us purpose no matter what our circumstances. And of course, our main purpose is to glorify him. But I think back to many years ago when our grandson, we call him Marky, was about 5 years old, and he was coming over to help me wrap Christmas presents. And he ran into the sunroom. I was sitting there waiting for him, and he says, Grammy, I want to go to heaven. And I stopped, and I had been warned by his parents that he'd been talking about heaven a lot. So I said, Marky, I do too. I want to go to heaven. I can't wait. It was so fun to watch his face as he processed my words, and I knew he was thinking, I have an ally, finally. I'm going to go to heaven today. And he said, well, come on, let's go. And I said, well, we can't go until we get our work done, Marky. We have work to do. And when our work is done, Jesus will say it's time to come home. And so he looked at me, and then he looked at all the packages that needed to be wrapped, and he ran over to the table and he said, well, let's get it done so we can go to heaven. I remember that so clearly because it reminds me that as long as we are on this earth, we have a purpose. We have a purpose as children of God. We have a purpose to glorify him. And you know, we may go through periods of our lives where we feel as though we have no purpose, where maybe we're just stuck in the mundane. Maybe you're thinking about getting ready for Christmas and feel like, what is the point? Maybe you're not going to be able to be with your family or your loved ones because of all the crazy things that are going on in the world right now. But friends, I want to tell you that Jesus says that we do have a purpose, and that before the foundation of the world was laid, he equipped us for that purpose. That's what helped me get out of bed after the death of our son Mark, when I would just want to stay there. And I would remember, today, God has a purpose for me. And it might just be to get up and do a load of wash, but that's the purpose. And so I want to remind you, and I want to encourage you, friends, that the hope of Christmas is that no matter what our circumstances, when we know Jesus, we have purpose. We have a reason to keep on walking by faith. We have work to do until he calls us home. Again, I'm Sharon Betters. Thank you so much for joining us on this 12 days of Christmas hope.